I still replay the way you said my name, soft like summer rain before it slipped away. Your jacket on my chair still smells like yesterday, but the warmth is gone and I don't know what to say. I kept the little notes you used to leave for me, folding memories that ache too easily. Did love just fade or did we let it bleed? Cause now the quiet hurts more than anything. And I'm stuck between holding on and learning how to breathe alone. Every night feels twice as long since you stopped coming home. I miss who we were before the light turned dim and the words got colder, before the truth hit first and we were left with pieces we couldn't shoulder. I miss the laughter, the tenderness we shared, the way your heartbeat proved you cared. I miss who we were more than I miss you here. Your shadow lingers on the kitchen floor, a ghost of something I can't feel anymore. But still I find myself waiting by the door for a version of you that doesn't exist now. I'm sure we lost the rhythm we once moved within, broke all the promises we swore to never bend. I'm tracing lines where love used to begin, but every path leads back to the bitter end. And I wonder if you ever wait for the nights we whispered wide awake. But somehow everything still broke. I miss who we were before the lights turned dim and the words got colder, before the truth hit first and all our fragile walls fell over. I miss the laughter, the tenderness we shared, the way your heartbeat proved you cared. Doesn't bring back what was real. We're strangers wearing memories, trying to remember how to feel. If love had stayed the way it used to be, you would still be you and you would still choose me. I miss you. I miss who we were. I miss who we were. I was tracing every moment like a knife that led me back to you. But the closer that I got there, the more I saw the cracks you tried to hide. You were smiling through the distance, but your eyes were already walking out. was holding on to memories. You were holding on to something new. I kept hoping you would turn around, even when the truth was sinking down. Your silence felt like thunder in my chest, but I still whispered you would just trust. The way you let me down, quiet like a shadow slipping out, soft enough to make me doubt if you were ever really mine at all. You left without a sound, no warning, just a heart left on the ground. It's cruel how gentle heartbreak sounds. The way you let me down, the way you let me drown. I replay your broken promises, every word that used to feel like home. But the warmth inside your laughter faded like a song we never learned to finish. In the night we stayed up talking, turning the nights I begged myself to sleep. You were drifting into silence while I was drowning on the things you didn't say. I kept trying to pretend we were fine, blind enough to overlook the signs. You pulled away like gravity reversing, left me wavelengths hurting. The way you let me down, quiet like a shadow slipping out. It's soft enough to make me doubt if you were ever really mine at all. You left without a sound, no warning, just a heart left on the ground. It's cool how gentle heartbreak sounds. The way you let me down, the way you let me Baby, love was never meant to stretch this far without breaking. Maybe I was loving strong, but you were loving only fading. I'm trying to say what we became, but you were already letting go. You didn't have to hurt me loud, you just had to leave me alone. The way you let me down, soft enough to feel like it was my fault, cold enough to cut me to the core without a single word of goodbye. You left without a sound, no warning, just a heart left on the ground. Sometimes the quiet is the coolest sound. The way you let me down, the way you let me drown. I was tracing every moment. 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 Coffee's cold on the nightstand again, tracing the shapes of where you might have been. The silence is loud, it's a weight in the room, watching the shadows, chasing the gloom. I keep the porch light on, just a habit I hold. But the air in the hallway is turning so cold. I'm reading our texts like they're scriptural law, looking for exits that I never saw. And the clock on the wall is just counting the ghosts of the version of us that I'm missing the most. Yeah, we're suspended in air, just a breath out of reach, like a lesson that neither of us wanted to teach. Now I'm stuck in the chapters we never quite close, a beautiful mess that nobody chose. You're the ghost in my hallway that's tearing a page, a bird that forgot how to fly from the cage. It's a long goodbye that refuses to break, a hollowed out heart and a permanent ache. And I'm left with the pieces, just pretending to live in a story without an ending. I saw your coat in the back of the car. It felt like a punch, like a fresh open scar. You left with a whisper, I stayed with the noise of all of the plans that we had to destroy. I'm walking the streets where we used to be kings. Now I'm just a stranger to all of these things. Is it a memory if it won't let me go, or just a rerun of a tragic old show? Now I'm stuck in the chapters we never quite close, a beautiful mess that nobody chose. You're the ghost in my hallway, the tear in the page, a bird that forgot how to fly from the cage. It's a long goodbye that refuses to break, a hollowed out heart and a permanent ache. And I'm left with the pieces, just pretending to live in a story without an ending. Maybe the point isn't finding the light, maybe it's learning to live in the life without a period, without a full stop, just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Do you ever wonder where the ink ran dry, or do you just look at a different sky? Now I'm stuck in the tragedy never quite pulls, a beautiful mess that nobody chose. So the ghost in the hallway, the chair in the page, a bird that forgot how to fly from the cage. It's a long goodbye that refuses to break, a hollowed out heart and a permanent ache. I'm left with the pieces, just pretending to learn a story without an ending. Just a lie left hanging in the dark. Just a lie left hanging in the dark. I still replay the moment when everything went dark. I gave you every piece of me, hoping you would handle it with care. But you were slipping slowly, even when I tried to pull you near. Your shadow filled the doorway, and I was reaching for the past. The truth was always quiet, but it hit me like the crash. I tried to hold on while you drifted away, and now the echo of your footsteps still haunts the space you made. You took the light, left me alone in the silence of night, tearing apart all the colors inside. Tell me why, tell me why you walked away like it meant nothing. You took the light, now every memory flickers and dies. I'm standing here but I don't feel alive. You were the fire, but you took the light. I still hear the way you breathe when you were falling into sleep. Now every whisper's empty and the quiet cuts so deep. I chase the places where you were, the corners soaked with what we dreamed. It's hard to see the beauty when the world has lost its clean. Feels the life on every promise you made. Now I'm sorting through the pieces of a love that couldn't stay. You took the light, left me alone in the silence of night, tearing apart all the colors inside. Tell me why, tell me why you walked away like it meant nothing. You took the light, now every memory flickers and dies. I'm standing here but I don't feel alive. You were the fire, but you took the light. Maybe someday I'll find a way to breathe without your name, but right now everything I touch still carries all your weight. I'm trying to remember who I was before the fall, but you broke the only window where the sun could reach through. You took the light, left me alone in the silence of night, tearing apart all the colors inside. I don't know why, don't know why. You took the light, took the light, you took the light, you took the light. I'll find the dawn again, even after you took the light. Cold coffee on the nightstand where you used to stay. The silence in this hallway won't go away. I'm tracing every outline of the ghost you left behind, searching for a reason in the corners of my mind. You said we're better off as strangers in the dark, but I still feel the heat from every single spark. And I know the world keeps moving on, but I'm stuck here right where we went wrong. Yeah, I'm paralyzed, caught in the what if I still believe in us, even when the lights go out. I still believe in trust through every shadow of a doubt. They say that time heals every break, but time is moving slow. I'm holding on to memories that I can't let go. Call me a fool, call me a dreamer in the dust, but deep down in my soul I still believe in us. saw your coat at the station, thought I saw your face. My heart did a double take, then fell out of place. It's the little things that cut the deepest through the skin, like the way you used to hum when the morning would begin. Now I'm just a silhouette, a shadow on the wall, waiting for a phone call that I know you won't install. And I know the world keeps moving on, but I'm stuck here right where we're on. Yeah, I'm paralyzed, caught in the what if I still believe in us. Even when the lights go out, I still believe in trust. Through every shadow of a doubt, they say that time heals every break, but time is moving slow. I'm holding on to memories that I can't let go. Call me a fool, call me a dreamer in the dust, but deep down in my soul I still believe in us. If the story's over, why am I still holding the pen? If the fire's out, why is it burning again? I'm rewriting the end and I'm changing the scene, caught in the space of what is and what could have been. I still believe. I still believe in us. I still believe. Even when the lights go out, I still believe in trust. In every urgent sense of love, they say that time heals every break, but time is moving slow. I'm holding on to memories that I can't let go. Call me a fool, call me a dreamer in the dust, but deep down in my soul I still believe in us. I still believe in the way we were, in the way it felt. Yeah, I still believe in us. Light on the floor from the street outside, shadows fall where you used to lie. Coffee's gone cold, but I'm still awake, tracing the lines of the mess we made. Your jacket's still hanging on the chair, like you're walking if I just stay there. The silence is louder than your goodbye, and I'm still learning how not to cry. I replay every moment we couldn't fix, every soft promise we failed to keep. I reach for your voice, but it slips and twists. Your memory's pulling away from me. I'm fading out of focus, like a photo left out in the rain. Every color that once held us, it's dripping down into the pain. You're sharp in my memory, but I'm losing myself in the frame. I'm fading out of focus, while you stay the same. Half of your smile still lives in my dreams, but waking up hurts more than it seems. Your heartbeat once echoed close to mine, now it's a whisper I can't rewind. I wrote a letter I'll never send, words too broken to ever mend. You were the fire I held too tight, burning my hands just to feel the light. Try holding on, but the edge is blind, like ink bleeding through fragile pages. I'm stuck in the weight of the things I heard. Your love slipping through the stages. I'm fading out of focus, like a photo left out in the rain. Every color that once held us, but I'm losing myself in the fade. I'm fading, fading out of focus, but you stay the same. Maybe the story was never ours to keep, just borrowed time to cherish too deep. Maybe the ending was set from the start. Two fragile souls, one breaking heart. I still see your outline in every room, a ghost of a love we lost too soon. And I'm standing here trying to breathe, trying to find what's left of me. Like the photo left out in the rain, every color that won't tell us, deep washing away the pain. You're grinding my memory, but I'm dimming outside of the frame. I'm fading, fading out of focus, and nothing feels the same. I still remember the warmth in your eyes, back when we tried, back when we tried. You used to wrap your promises in light. Now all I feel is the echo of nights. Coffee on the table going untouched, your hoodie on the chair where we once loved. I trace the memories slow, they fade like smoke. Guess we broke and never spoke. I keep asking myself if I missed a sign, if you drifted away while I tried to hold tight. But the harder I reached, the further you froze, till your heartbeat felt like a ghost. When love turned cold, you didn't even shiver. You let me fall alone while you walked out like a whisper. We used to burn bright, now we're shadows in the snow. Tell me, how did you feel nothing when love turned cold? We were a movie that slowly lost its sound. Words on your lips never came back around. I played the scenes pretending we were fine, but even your smile was running out of time. You left your tenderness on the floor with the keys, and silence wrapped itself around me. Every goodbye you never said out loud still echoes now, too heavy, too proud. I keep wondering when you stopped carrying it all, and did forever become another downfall? Did you feel the frost growing under our skin while I was still trying to let you in? When love turned cold, you didn't even shiver. You let me fall alone while you walked out like a whisper. We used to burn bright, now we're shadows in the snow. Tell me, how did you feel nothing when love turned cold? before you said goodbye. Maybe I was holding on to someone who wasn't mine, but I can't lie. Part of me still hopes you'll feel the ache of all the warmth you chose to break. Of the night our love turned cold. I kept your sweater on the chair untouched. Still smells like love that used to whisper so much. You said forever like you meant every word, but echoes break different when they never returned. I walk the hallways with the lights turned low, tracing the shadows of the us I used to know. And every heartbeat feels a little too sharp, like it's breaking to the rhythm of a promise in the dark. I tried to hold on, but the night kept slipping. Your voice in my memory slowly unblurring. I reach for your arms, but it's only the past, fading like smoke that was never meant to last. You left me holding a promise in the dark, a fragile little truth that fell apart. I waited for your light to lead me home, but all I got was silence on the phone. And I keep replaying who we were, every touch, every lie, every whispered word. Now all I'm holding is a trembling heart, still believing in a promise made in the dark. You'd stay even when storms would rise, but storms won't matter if the love inside dies. I found the letters that you hid in the drawer, said you were drifting long before you closed the door. How could I not see you slipping away? You kept your distance even when you would stay. Now I'm left mending what you chose to discard, stitched together with a promise in the dark. You said that just a passing season, the seasons gon' change without a reason. I'm learning to breathe in the space you left, finding myself in the quiet of the race. You left me holding a promise in the dark, a fragile little truth that fell apart. I waited for your light to lead me home, but all I found was how it hurts to be alone. And I keep replaying who we were, every hope, every fear, every sigh, feeling alone. Now all I'm holding is a trembling heart, still believing in a promise made in the dark. Maybe life breaks slow, maybe it breaks fast. Maybe the things we lose are the things we were meant to outlast. But I still feel you made, carved into my skin, a ghost of a moment where forever should have been. If I could turn back time, I'd still fall apart, 'cause loving you is real, even loving you in the dark. Let me hold in a promise in the dark, a fragile little truth that fell apart. I waited for your light I kept your sweater on the chair, though I pretend I didn't care. Your shadow lingers in the quiet of the room. I trace the spaces where you stayed, the memories I can't escape. They rise like smoke and twist me back to you. But every time I close my eyes, I fall into the same old lies. You promised love that never stayed, only echoes remain. 'Cause you were the love that hurt the most, soft on the surface, cold underneath the glow. You held me close, then let me go like I was something you outgrew. And I'm still learning how to breathe without the weight of you in me. You are the love that hurt the most, but still the hardest one to lose. I kept the messages we wrote, reread the ones that cut my throat, trying to see the moment where we fell apart. You said forever like it's light, but did it stay to hold the night? You left me breaking in the dark with half a heart. And even when the truth was clear, I held the pieces out of fear, waking up to empty space where you erase your face. 'Cause you were the love that hurt the most, soft on the surface, cold underneath all the glow. You held me close, then let me go like I was something you outgrew. And I'm still learning how to breathe without the weight of you in me. You were the love that hurt the most, but still the hardest one to lose. Maybe I love too deep, maybe I get too fast. Maybe you never planned to make this feeling last, but I'm done replaying everything, pretending you are staying. I'm letting go of loving you, though it's the kind that aches. You were the love that hurt the most, soft on the surface, cold underneath the glow. You held me close, then let me go like I was something you outgrew. And I'm still learning how to breathe without the weight of you in you. Were the love that hurt the most, but still the hardest one to lose. I kept your sweater on the chair. Ooh. clock on the wall is the only thing speaking. The floorboards are tired, I can hear them all creaking. I left the TV on to drown out the air, but I'm still seeing shapes of you sitting right there. The static is heavy, it's weighing me down. In this empty apartment, I'm starting to drown. It's not the screaming or the slamming of the door, it's the lack of your footsteps on the hardwood floor. It's the good night that nobody says. It's the ghost of your hand in the mess of the bed. And oh, it's the quiet after you, the kind of silence that's black and it's blue. It's the ringing in my ears when I call out your name, and the walls just stare back like they're sharing the shame. I never knew peace could feel so violent and true as this heavy, cold quiet, the quiet after you. I found your old hoodie at the back of the shelf. It still smells like cedar, it smells like yourself. I almost put it on just to feel like you're near, but the fabric is thin and it's soaked in my fear. Funny how peace and quiet was all that I wanted. Now I'm living in a palace that's perfectly haunted. It's not the screaming or the slamming of the door, it's the lack of your footsteps on a hardwood floor. It's the good night that nobody says. It's the ghost of your head in the mess of the bed. And oh, it's the quiet after you, the kind of silence that's black and it's blue. It's the ringing in my ears when I call out your name, and the walls just stare back like they're sharing the shame. I never know peace could feel so violent and true as this heavy, cold quiet, the quiet after you, quiet after you. Screaming at the shadows just to hear a sound. I'm breaking every glass just to feel the ground, but the echoes don't stay, they just fade into gray. And I'm left with the debt that I'm forced to repay, to the silence